Hi everyone, it's Thamar again from Align for Life Counseling, and today I'm going to speak to you about relationships. I hope everyone out there who is married is all right through this lockdown period, and for those that have come through it on the Isle of Man, well done. Well done, you've done it. You have been confined for a very long time in unusual circumstances, and you can really pat yourself on the back. So if we have a look at marriages, I think the main thing in probably most relationships or all relationships is main thing to keep in mind is to be intentional about actually attending to the relationship. I think it's when we become complacent about a relationship, where it sort of goes down on our list of priorities, that things can go awry and that very easily things can go pear-shaped. So I'm going to give you 4 little points. The first one I'm going to go to is gratitude. So again, I love the whole concept of gratitude. I think it is just incredible. It lifts moods, it brings hope, and it actually changes the way we think, the way we feel about ourselves and other people. So how do we do that in a marriage, in a relationship? We actually decide to look for those things that we are grateful for. So it's turning our mind away, turning our eyes away from the negatives and just focusing on those wonderful positive things, which are definitely there. And the second thing is that I want to challenge you to make your relationship, your marriage, a no blame zone. So even if you're feeling like you want to blame, you don't get to express it. Which brings us to the point of conflict, and healthy conflict is a good thing. That's why it's healthy conflict. Conflict in itself is not a bad thing. And I would challenge you today to see that conflict is a growth point rather than a grumbling point. So if you can have a mindset of embracing conflict because it's bringing you closer together, if you can get your mindset, maybe you've come out of a childhood where conflict was just so frightening because of aggression, because of inept communication, where there was pain associated with conflict, then coming into a marriage makes it very difficult because you've got all those associations in your subconscious and they want to trigger and they want to fire up all those areas that scare you. You can't do this, and it makes you feel out of control. And very often that's exactly what conflict then ends up as, a situation that's gone out of control. However, if we can change our mindset and see conflict as a growth point, it is fantastic. We can teach our children to communicate openly, how to express what they're feeling without blame and with gratitude and with an attitude of growth. That goes a long way in a marriage. Then the other point I want to just draw your attention to is that nothing is ideal. And this we do realize in any relationship, but it's something that we need to keep in mind, that none of our relationships are ever going to be all good or ideal. We take the good with the bad. That is what life is about. And as we mature, we don't have the luxury to expect that everything's going to be perfect, because we would be very unhappy and very disappointed. So if you can realize that a relationship is going to be a compromise, and because you want to make the relationship work, you decide and you have a mindset of being prepared to live with that compromise. If you can get your head around that, it's going to take you a long way into a peaceful, happy, growing relationship with your partner, with your children, with your friends, and with your work colleagues, wherever you are in relationship with people. Compromise is always a good thing. And then the last little thought I want to leave with you is that sometimes we have to practice these principles as if we can do them. And I've heard it said that if you can pretend that you're doing this, you've already started implementing it and you've already readjusted the mindsets. So this week, pretend if you can't really make it and see how far that gets you into actually changing the way you think about your relationships. I hope you have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next week. Take care and God bless. Bye.